Hello, welcome back to my channel. Groovy Florals here. I apologize, it's been a while. I made one video when I did. Okay. If I'm gonna be so honest with you, I could be like, oh yeah, I wasn't inspired. Look, I've been out of practice. Um, Honestly, also I've been treating my Instagram close friend story as an iCarly webcam, and all the energy that I could have to be coming on here and talking to y'all, I've been broadcasting myself on there. And I'm trying to take a step back from doing that so that I can get back into this. So here we are. The theme is going to be about journaling, I guess. The overarching theme is about journaling. It's really informal today. I'm just talking my stuff. I know that I left this out in the meat of the video, but I want to, for my next journal, I'm literally going to make it like with hands. I'm going to get some cardboard and bind one together like I did with this one. This I made in the summer during my printmaking class, but yeah. Yes. Without further ado, let's get in. All right, y'all. So I'm going to be reading parts of my journal to you. I'm excited. Am I? I don't know. But look, I think now is kind of a perfect time for me to kind of just get more comfortable with being vulnerable and open with how I don't know, with what I got going on, with whatever I got going on. Because personally, one thing that I've been trying to work on, I guess for the past year, that's been my past year theme in life. I've been trying to work on being more vulnerable, and I've been really reflecting on the ways that I show up in my community, interpersonally, but also how I present myself outwardly to the scope of the interweb. Okay, so honestly, I think now is a really good time to share some of my thoughts and writings, even if it's just simply me typing up in my notes app early in the morning when I'm just feeling a lot. What did Willow Smith say? I have such big feelings. Exactly. Empathogen. That was the album for me last year. Willow, you ate down with that one. Anyways, look. But I have been journaling a lot last year, specifically last year. Oh my god. I think I went through 7 journals. By journals, I mean I went through thick sketchbooks. Look, I made this. I think it has about 50 pages in it. I literally made it. I took this printmaking class back last summer. I didn't finish through with it because I was low-key having some transportation issues, so I had to drop it. But look, one thing I took from it, learn how to make a book. This is cardboard. I binded this. This is printer paper. You basically fold up some sheets of paper, make some signatures. That's what they're called. If you know anything about printmaking, you know. Stitch this together. But I told myself this year that I had just finished one of my journals. You want to know the journal in question? It's literally this notebook I was using for my photography class. But I only took maybe for this film photo class I was taking last semester, I only took 2 pages of notes on there, so the rest was just paper. I started writing in it in December, and I finished it off a week ago, maybe 5 days ago roughly. But look, I've been in my thought daughter era. I've been writing, okay? So right now I have been a notes app diva, but I have also been taking this itsy bitsy sketchbook that I got from a college, some art school college showing. I've been sketching, essentially, kind of incorporating elements of collage in here. I've also been writing, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I have thick journals proper journals. And I also have like these little paper ones that I filled out too. But this is something I worked on recently. But anyways, and this was a journal entry I made on Friday. I need to finish this drawing though. I really like it. You see that tiger? Don't read that. That's not your business. But yeah. Anyways, I'm so off track, but let me read the journal entry that I've been thinking about. Okay, so I went to this, for context, I went to this film festival back last weekend, and I'm reading just a little segment, something sweet, some short, some sweet, a little segment of what inspired me that day. Okay, so film festival, the theme was momentum. Okay, keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, so Saturday, April 19th, 2025, 8:10 a.m. Okay, now yesterday, hold on, I have big overwhelming feelings at times. I struggle with transmuting them. Yesterday, last night, that was during the short films, there were so many runners, women's bike racers, ultra marathon racers, a blindfolded trail biker who lost his life in the craft, and ode to his brother. I cannot tell which part was fictional. That makes for great storytelling. Okay, but they all had something in common. I thought all of them were absolutely crazy. The blindfolded bike story, bro, I thought dude was passively, maybe actively at that point. Is there an in-between passivity and activity? Potential and kinetic? That's a Google search for later. Maybe I forgot. I haven't had science in a while. Maybe it's momentum. That was the theme for the night. However, they had this ability to transmute pain into determination. That made me think about how I can transform my depression into expression. I once watched this TikTok video, maybe last year, reflecting on the topic. It changed me nonetheless. Am I transmuting my pain from unexpressed passion? Am I honing in on my craft? This recent series of paintings that I completed, it's a big one. It's called Barren Discomfort. I will tag that one below. In the series of watercolor paintings I've done, that's really inspired by that. Did just that, quite beautifully and elegantly. But maybe it's time for me to focus on my relationship with love. I need to create work that reflects my experiences and feelings battling this heady emotion. Even if I'm uncomfortable sharing it right now. Look, it needs to be for me. It'll help heal my inner deep wounds. In this process, I will overcome the shame that comes from my unexpressed emotions and lingering momentum. Love that may be, love that is. And there you go. There you go. That's the entry. Anyways, thank you for listening. I plan to be sharing more work. Honestly, you know what? I think I'm gonna make another video soon, and I will be showcasing my big painting. Actually, my series of work that I had just finished. It is on Instagram, so you can kind of look at that, but I need to make like a real structured video, because posting pictures on Instagram is just not gonna do it. It's just not gonna do it, okay? But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch y'all later, hopefully soon, and bye bye. See ya. Peace.